What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jason X4, and today we're finally talking about anime. I know, right? We're actually talking about anime, actually talking about it with like manga and anime in mind, and not talking about like an anime game or just something else that's troubling in the world, but we're actually going to be talking about anime and manga today. And I really want to focus this video towards 2021, since that's when all the nonsense is gonna happen when it comes to anime. Because you got a major show that everybody is talking about, Redo of the Healer, which, I'll be honest, is not one of the shows I'm really looking forward to, mainly because and I'm not saying that in like your typical SJW way. I'm not saying it like that. It just, I don't have an interest in that show. That show probably gonna be boring. And the reason why I say this, well, I wouldn't say boring, but I would say it's going to be predictable as freak. And the only reason why I say it's going to be predictable as freak is because we kind of seen stuff like this before. I mean, Goblin Slayer, the first episode, all you need, everybody tripped off of that because that was insane. And then you had Elfen Lied, if you're really looking back into the past, which is another insane anime. Not really, still kind of crap. I still don't agree that it's like a masterpiece of an anime or anything like that. Then you also have shows, if you really want to go dig deep harder, Ninja Scroll, which that was insane. I haven't watched Ninja Scroll, but from what I've heard, it's kind of an insane trip. But mostly the point is, we heard of these type of shows before. The messed up shows that go over the top, edgy, and McDonald's rape scenes and all this criminally evil, crazy crap that's gonna be thrown into these type of shows. We've seen this type of things all over again. Hell, we've seen a lot of things that's been like that. We've seen a lot of new shows that's off of the old shows, but for this case, but really what I'm really trying to say is Redo of the Healer isn't the show I'm mostly looking forward to seeing. Not because I'm not a big horror fan, because I don't really like horror, except for a few things. Except for a few things like the original movie Scream, because I actually predicted every single thing that happened, even while I never watched the movie Scream the first time. And Sadako, mainly because when she come out of that TV, she finna give you the suck. So that's besides the point. The only anime I'm really looking forward to next year is World's End Harem. Yes! Because 2021 is slowly arising, the anime has been slowly coming out the depths of where it came from, and it's finally going to be an anime, finally. So that is the show I'm looking forward to. Redo the Healer? Not so much. You can still watch it, and I'm still going to watch it too, but I probably really won't care too much, to be honest, to talk about it even. But World's End Harem? Yeah, no, I gotta talk about that one. That's literally, like, going to be a good one. It's going to be good. It's literally going to be the interspecies reviewer of that year. So, absolutely can't wait for it. And really, it's not going to be like interspecies reviewer, because I've seen a lot of people that's like, oh, that's going to be the most controversial anime of the year, when Redo of the Healer is going to be the more controversial one of the year. So that one's going to be talked about a lot more than World's End Harem, even though World's End Harem is just as bad. But just as bad in the context of controversy. But the only show that will be like straight up controversy will be Redo of the Healer. World's End Harem, not so much. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Redo of the Healer is going to be talked about a lot more than World's End Harem. And if that's the case, that's going to suck, because I would like to see a season 2 if it happens. So that's one thing. And also, a lot of people made comparisons that World's End Harem is going to be Interspecies Reviewer 2.0, or the second Interspecies Reviewer. Here's the thing, there will never be a show like Interspecies Reviewer. There will never be one. Mainly because Interspecies Reviewer did something unique on its own. And yeah, it did the same sort of tropes that you'll see in your ecchi type of shows, but they did it in a very different way. And that made it distinctly Interspecies Reviewers. So that's one thing I absolutely like. Because the show is literally about them going to different Monster Girl races different brothels of those races, having sex with them, and then literally rating them based upon how good they had sex. Like, that's pretty much the whole entire plot of Interspecies Reviewer. Worlds in Harem is a bit different because there's a virus that murdered all the male people on the planet, and now it's just leaving with a few men and a lot of women that you need to like have children with. Like, there's a lot of women, and the main character is simping off of one girl he's trying to find. Interspecies Reviewer had their own way of doing it. They did this. 2020 was their year. They earned the right to be anime of the year. Interspecies Reviewer did that stuff. But when Worlds in Harem comes out, it's gonna be Worlds in Harem's year. It's gonna be, or at least it's gonna be mostly partially their year, mainly because you got also Redo the Healer, and you have Promised Neverland, which I'm hyped as freak to see. I'm not gonna lie, I want to see what Emma doing. I want to see what they're doing. I want to see them survive. Let them be lit. So I'm really hyped about, you know, Promised Neverland. I cannot wait to see what happens, because apparently there's more stuff going on, and there's more things about Norman that I think they said that's pretty much going to be a shocker. So can't wait to see what happens. But anyway, Worlds in Harem coming out next year. Got plenty of titty in it. Got plenty of absolute nice boobage play going on around here. You know, gonna show a lot of good stuff. However, it's still not the anime adaptation I'm really looking for. Like, Worlds in Harem will be great. It will show you some good scenes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna watch all the episodes of Worlds in Harem. But that's not the book I'm really waiting on to get an anime adaptation. Even though Worlds in Harem is great, Interspecies Reviewer possibly greater, there's only one other manga that I want to see get a anime adaptation, and that's Parallel Paradise. And it probably will get an anime adaptation, mainly because the same person who made Parallel Paradise did make Elfen Lied. So, and a lot of the shows that person made, like, over the years, they always had an anime adaptation, except for maybe like one or two. But other than that, I want to see Parallel Paradise get a anime adaptation, mainly because it has a story, it has way too much lootage, way too much, and not to, I mean, for the average person, not for me, because, you know, I don't really mind. I always like my lootage in my anime all the time. So, and I already explained this in a previous video, like long ago, with the waterfall effect of each girl, and it's amazing. That's gonna be the anime I'm looking forward to when it happens. With Parallel Paradise, hopefully it happens. Hopefully a lot of eyes and people will be talking about that anime, and hopefully that will come out soon. But that is really the anime adaptation that I want to see. That will be definitely the anime of that year, whenever that show comes out, because of how lewd it is, because of the wacky story, and because of what the main character is like, and how much sex is in that freaking manga. It's insane. If you haven't read Parallel Paradise, go read it. It is especially if you're an ecchi fan that don't know how to shut the ecchi mode off, you are going to love this actual manga. It is really good. It's not a hentai, but it is going to be an anime. I can totally see it be a hentai, but I highly doubt that it's going to be one. It's most likely going to be an anime. I can totally see something like that happening. Interspecies Reviewer honestly did a lot of censorship, didn't show really too much. There is so much waterfall effects in this show alone, you'll be surprised that, dang, how are these girls not dehydrated yet? Like, it's insane. So yeah, really, in this video, that's all I want to talk about. The shows of what's coming next year, and one manga that I want to see have an anime adaptation soon. One of these days. I need to see it. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also, follow me on Twitter, and if you'd like to watch my TikTok, you can do that as well. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, you can also do that via Cash App. All the links are in the description below. And until then, this was your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.
pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud nine, and this line is never on vacation. Start up that Maserati and boom, boom, I'm racing. Popping pills and